Spine is all about fast, clean gun-fu, mixing shooting and close-quarters combat in a way that feels really natural. The game uses full stunt-based motion capture, so every punch, dodge, and shot has this smooth, grounded feel instead of the stiff, canned animations you usually see. A lot of that flow comes from the spine implant boosting your reflexes, so things like wall running, quick dodges, and sliding straight into a close-range shot all feel simple to pull off. It lets the game lean into this really seamless style of action where you're constantly chaining moves together. Fights happen in tight cyberpunk streets where enemies don't sit back. They push up, flank, and force you to move. You can disarm them, pick up their weapons mid-combo, and switch between melee and gunplay on the fly. And during certain hits or takedowns, the camera shifts just a bit to highlight the impact, making everything look more cinematic without interrupting you. Overall, it's shaping up to be a clean, fluid action game with a strong focus on movement and style. Releasing in 2026 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X&S. Axe of Blood is the kind of game that doesn't waste time. It throws you straight into tight, brutal hand-to-hand combat where every hit feels heavy. The whole thing plays like a mix of Sifu and The Raid, built around fast combos, clean counters, and those bone-crunching finishers that make you wince a little even when you're the one throwing the punch. The movement adds a lot to it too. You're not just standing still trading blows. You're sliding across the floor, climbing over obstacles, and using bits of the environment to keep the fight going. Weapons play into that same flow. You can grab whatever you find, pipes, bats, guns, or disarm an enemy mid-combo and immediately turn their own weapon against them. It all feels messy in a good way, like a real fight, where you're improvising on the spot. Fights get chaotic fast, with groups pushing you from different sides and boss-type enemies forcing you to change your approach. And when you land a big hit, the game isn't shy about showing the damage, using quick kill-cam-style moments to highlight how hard those impacts really are. It's gritty, grounded, and built around close-quarters action that stays intense from start to finish. Releasing in 2026 for PC with console versions expected.
Late night?
Just finished. You?
Car trouble.
Damn, Anton. What'd you drive through? A war zone?
Maybe.
You're always showing up when I'm closing. Oh my god, what happened to your face?
Today.
Put some ice on it. Good night,
The gap
Anton.
in left center. That's rolling all the way to the wall. He's around first, digging.
Blackwood leans hard into that grounded, close-quarters action vibe, the kind where every punch, shot, and takedown feels sharp and deliberate. The game mixes hand-to-hand combat with responsive gunplay, letting you slide, roll, and dive your way through fights that stay fast without losing that realistic weight. It's all captured with a style that feels very John Wick and Max Payne, but toned down just enough to stay believable. You've got a big arsenal to work with, over 30 different weapons, and the game encourages switching things up mid-fight. You can fire off a few shots, close the gap with a quick strike, and finish with one of those clean, context-based takedowns that use the environment to your advantage. Everything's designed to look smooth without feeling overly choreographed. All of this plays out across gritty New York streets, alleyways, and cramped interiors, which fits the tone perfectly. Enemies push you from different angles, so staying mobile is key, and the game does a good job keeping the action tight and personal. It's stylish, grounded, and focused on giving you that street-level action thriller feel. releasing in 2026 for PC, with console versions likely to follow.
Breach and clear the apartment. Please help. What did they promise you? Freedom, family. The system knows you're one of us. Prosecuted with strong prejudice. Consciousness transfer approved. No! Multiple gang units converging on your position. Light the drive and reboot the block.
Defect is built around chaotic, team-driven firefights where the environment matters just as much as the weapons you're carrying. This is a first-person shooter that leans heavily into destructibility. Walls break apart, cover collapses, and entire rooms can change shape mid-fight, which keeps battles messy and unpredictable in a good way. The action has a tactical edge to it. You're choosing gadgets, tools, and ammo types that actually change how you approach situations. Some rounds punch straight through walls, others let you open new paths or create quick ambush points. It gives the combat this mix of planning and improvisation that feels more dynamic than a standard corridor shooter. Fights get even more interesting depending on who you align with. Whether you're rolling with law enforcement, rogue officers, or full-on street gangs, each faction pushes you into different kinds of missions. Assaults, rescues, smuggling, or just surviving a three-way shootout when everything goes sideways. The game keeps you moving, reacting, and adapting as the environment gets torn apart around you. Overall, it's shaping up to be a fast, destructive cyberpunk shooter with a lot of freedom in how you handle each encounter. Releasing in 2026 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
No sign of 009.
We need to inform M.
No time. I'm going after him. Make him call off the attack.
Are you out of your mind?
I'll be careful. He'd bin the phone.
Go to the security room, first floor.
And you are?
Rob Minkley.
He's with me.
Come on, Moneypenny. If I lose the trail, we'll never know who they're working for. Oi, you lads got a faulty coffee machine?
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
You're not, Damien Mead.
Bond. James Bond.
If 009 slips through our fingers, we're the last line of defense.
Someone just tried to kill me.
Tell me you caught him.
Any sage advice?
Play nice.
Always.
.007. First Light leans into that steady, controlled mix of stealth and action that IO Interactive is good at. You can take things slow with distractions and gadgets, or go in with clean, precise gunfire, and the game doesn't push you into one style over the other. Everything is designed to let you pick your approach and stick with it. Bond's instinct system adds a small layer of decision-making during fights. As you move through missions, it builds up and lets you use short, slow time windows, cleaner shots, or quick takedowns that help you keep momentum without feeling over the top. The melee fits that same tone: simple parries, quick strikes, and smooth transitions into gunplay. Most encounters play out in grounded, contained spaces where you're checking angles, watching patrols, and using your tools to open up opportunities. When things shift into more open combat, the game stays consistent, still focused on clear movement, timing, and small smart plays rather than big dramatic set pieces. It comes off as a focused spy action game with plenty of room to handle missions your own way. Releasing March 27, 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and Nintendo Switch 2. Stranger Than Heaven focuses on grounded, close-up melee combat built around tight movements and heavier hits. The fights feel more personal than flashy, with a lot of weight behind punches, blocks, and takedowns. The game uses the crowded streets and cramped interiors to its advantage, so you're often pushing through people, using corners for quick strikes, and dealing with enemies who stay right in your space. There's a gritty, noir tone to how everything plays out. The camera stays close, giving the action a more physical feel, and the animations lean into those small details. The stagger after a punch, the scramble when someone tries to grab you, the way the environment reacts when things get messy. Weapons show up here and there, but the core of the game stays focused on hand-to-hand encounters. A lot of the tension comes from the setting itself. The world is rough, people react around you, and fights feel like they're happening in real places instead of arenas. It's the kind of combat where keeping your timing sharp matters more than big combos, and the game seems to embrace that slower, tougher pace. It's shaping up to be a grounded action experience with a strong focus on close-quarters brawling. Releasing in 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Let him go for now, youngling. Let's see what this place holds.
Youngling, do you know my age, rodent?
Your years mean little. This is your first vigil. Thus, you are a neophyte, whether you enjoy the title or not.
Fatekeeper is an upcoming first-person action RPG from Paraglacial and THQ Nordic, built around brutal melee combat and old-school dark fantasy energy. It aims to revive that heavy physical feel of classic sword and sorcery games, mixing blades, spells, and physics-driven hits that actually look and sound like they hurt. The story drops you into a fading realm where ancient forces are returning, twisting the land and everything living in it. You play as a Fatekeeper, a lone warrior bound to protect what remains as corruption spreads across forests, ruins, and underground sanctuaries. A strange talking rat becomes your guide, hinting at a deeper truth behind the curse consuming the kingdom. Gameplay blends weighty first-person melee with elemental magic and flexible builds. You can swing heavy axes for raw impact, focus on agile blades, or weave fire, frost, and shock spells into your attacks. Exploration is just as important. Hidden artifacts, locations, and branching paths let you shape your playstyle while uncovering secrets buried in the world. Fatekeeper is currently in development for PC, with early access expected in 2026.
Did you know that black holes are extremely dense objects with such strong gravitational force that nothing can escape them? Not even light. It was nice meeting you.
Yeah, likewise.
You ever wonder if we're the ones pulling the strings? Or just living inside someone else's dream? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Even if this is a simulation, the pain still feels real.
Neo Berlin, what do I really know about it? She's like you. She needs your help.
I followed every thread, reconstructed memories. None of it fits.
You think you're solving the case. This is so much bigger. What if the case is you?
The world only works with order. Without order, chaos breaks out. It's out of balance and we must restore it. Do you understand that, Nolan?
Yes.
Neo Berlin 2087 is an upcoming action RPG developed and published by Elysium Games Studio. The story takes place in a futuristic Berlin where technology has divided society in two. The privileged live behind shining towers, while the rest struggle to survive in the slums and wastelands beyond. You play as Nolan, a detective investigating the murder of the city's police chief and the disappearance of his daughter Natalie. What begins as a routine case soon unravels into a conspiracy that questions the nature of truth, memory, and control. Gameplay combines third and first-person action with detective work and stealth. You'll gather clues, interrogate suspects, and hack directly into people's minds to uncover hidden emotions and memories. Combat allows both gunfights and close-quarters stealth, while RPG elements let you upgrade skills, choose dialogue paths, and shape Nolan's moral direction. Outside the city walls, the world shifts. Lawless zones filled with outcasts and corrupted machines that hunt in the dark. Neo Berlin 2087 is currently in development with no confirmed release date yet, and it's planned for PC, PS5, and Xbox X&S.
Don't just cause pain to those who fall in battle. The ones left behind. They're the reason we fight to survive. The children you meet at the camp, the merchants on the road. Everyone you'll meet carries a story of their own. Some have lost everything to the brutals. Others live each day in tears for their families, consumed by the void. Listen to their stories. Help them find what they need.
The Relic First Guardian puts most of its weight on fast, responsive melee combat built around clear movement and timing. You're switching between weapon types that each push you toward a different rhythm, quick dagger setups for close pressure, longer blades for range and mobility, and staff attacks that mix in light magic without slowing the pace. The game doesn't use a stamina bar, so you're free to stay on the offensive, but you still need to rely on dodges and parries to keep fights under control. Boss encounters are a big part of the experience. There's a long list of them, each with their own patterns and arenas, and they're designed to test how well you can read openings rather than how long you can hold out. Progression leans more on gear, runes, and crafted upgrades, so you can shift your playstyle as you go instead of being locked into one build. Most fights take place in tight spaces or ruined landscapes where positioning matters, and the camera stays close enough to make the hits feel sharp without getting messy. It comes together as a fast, flexible action game with a strong focus on learning weapon flow and handling big one-on-one encounters. Releasing in 2026 for PS5, Xbox Series X&S, and PC.
International affairs and focus on our own country. Phoenix Corporation representatives assure the walls were built for our own safety.
Replaced focuses on tight, timing-based combat that mixes quick dodges, clean counters, and short combos that feel sharp without being overwhelming. The game uses visual cues for when to dodge or parry, and landing those windows builds up a meter that lets you finish enemies with stronger moves. It keeps the fight simple to read but satisfying when you get the rhythm right. Movement plays a big role too. Because it's a 2.5D game, you're shifting between foreground and background paths, sliding into cover, or using elevation to get better angles. The platforming blends directly into the combat, so climbing or jumping often becomes part of how you open up a fight or avoid pressure. Weapons and upgrades show up through exploration, letting you adjust your approach without locking you into one style. The animations do most of the work in selling the action. Attacks have weight, enemies react cleanly, and the camera sits close enough to keep everything readable. It comes together as a smooth, stylish action platformer with a strong focus on timing and movement. Releasing in early 2026 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.